you enjoy throughout the day is pre-recorded, but don't worry, we're still bringing you the same local content you love. Our legal team insisted we mention this, and hey, keeping the attorneys happy keeps us on the air. So thanks for tuning in and being part of the regional radio family. We're proud to bring local, compelling content to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today with the Weldon Springs Foundation, Edith Brady-Lunny. Hi, Edith. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. And Patti
Sure.
Kinder. Patti, how are you today?
Doing well.
Well, thanks for coming in, ladies. Always good to have you. And Patti, I tell you what, you've been hopping at Weldon Springs this spring, the schoolhouse and its adjacent building. Over, you said 800 visitors?
Yes.
Wow.
I've been taking that note since about 4 years ago, and that's the highest number we've had for May.
No kidding.
Almost double. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
A lot of groups coming out, but just people wanting to get out. I was telling Edith on Thursday, I had 30 people come.
Like just individuals?
Just individuals.
No kidding.
Families, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know where they're coming from?
They kind of come from all over. Some of them are local. Some of them are, coming from Chicago, coming down to enjoy
Really?
something different. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I know the campsites at Weldon Springs, they draw people from all over the place. So maybe those folks are getting out and exploring the grounds a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. What is there to see in the schoolhouse, its adjacent building? What's all in there?
Okay, good question. There's a lot in there. The schoolhouse doesn't change very much. It is an 1865 schoolhouse. We have it set up for that. We have displays of animals in the taxidermy room, and then we have a history room. A lot of pictures. People don't understand the history of Weldon Springs. Actually goes back to 1860 when it was first bought by Judge Lawrence Weldon. So there's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of old books to, kind of look at. Then in the Nature Center, we have a lot of, again, taxidermied animals. We have different displays. I'm working on changing the display of the trees. I'm going to make it more of a woody type of an area, and I want to do 3D. And I've actually gotten a little bit of help from the homeschooling group that I have out there.
Yeah, sure.
And the Tree Commission has given us some products that we're going to be using to bump up that display.
So what will that look like that 3D piece?
Well, right now it's all in my mind.
Yeah.
But I want it to come out from the wall, like have the leaves of a tree. The trunk of the tree will also kind of come out. My vision, I have a bee's nest that I want to hang from the ceiling, and that I'll have to have help from the men that work there. Hang it from the ceiling as if it's coming out of the tree. Right. But then have that deciduous forest look where you have the top canopy, you have what's in the understory, you have everything in the middle, and just kind of bring out nature.
That's really cool.
That is my goal.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to look. Keep coming back.
Well, and I tell you, you've got the right group of kids in there to put this together. So yeah, that's amazing. That's great. That's great. Do you have like a timeline on when you hope to have this done or anything like that?
Good question. I need to put a timeline on it.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
Yeah, I make sure to tell people I'm doing it, so it's going to get done.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the summer, I'd like it to be as complete as needed, so that when people come in next year, it's like, bam, right there. Might need a little bit more tweaking. And I do want it to add to it, throughout the years. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Add to it how?
Change it up a little bit. Maybe in the fall, put fall leaves. In the springtime, maybe take down the big canopy and make it all just plain and bare, so that you can kind of see the eagle's nest or the hawk's nest that's being built in.
That's cool. Yeah, sure. That's amazing. That's great stuff. That's really cool. How'd you come up with this idea?
Well, looking online, looking for different things, I've found some really neat stuff. And I found that this here is something I can actually do. I wanted to do something different with the wildflowers. That's not going to happen in my little building. So the tree, I think, will.
Yeah, sure. What a great little avenue we just went down. That's awesome, Patti. Again, that's Patti Kinder with the Weldon Springs Foundation in studio with us today with Edith Brady-Lunny, as well as we talk the spring and summer at Weldon Springs. And Patti, you mentioned over 800 visitors to the schoolhouse this spring. What do you attribute that to? Why so many?
Well, word is getting out, for one thing. This year I had 2 different school groups come out. The 3rd grade from Clinton Elementary always comes out, and they have a wonderful program. In March, I had a teacher from the Lincoln Douglas School, 1st graders, reach out to me, and she wanted to have their group come out, 150 1st graders. So we put together stations for 6 different classrooms, and they came out and had a great time.
Sure.
So school groups coming out. I've had Boy Scout groups coming through. I've had just recently, the campground is full of a ladies group. They came out and they're camping throughout the week. They came over to the building, and just people out. It just blows me away that I had that many people.
Yeah. Now I know, and if you want to tell the story, that's fine. But I know those buildings, and folks around here probably know this already. But obviously, those buildings are not that's not their original location. Are folks surprised when they tell you that? I mean, given kind of the history of Weldon Springs and all those things, the beauty of it. I mean, are they surprised when you tell them that?
They really are.
Yeah.
A lot of people from town know the buildings came over, but we have more people in town, younger people that really don't know. But then everybody coming from outside, they just assume the buildings were there. The 1865 schoolhouse came from the Chestnut area. That came in 1988. And the Texas Township Hall came 5 miles down the road, Osper Road in 51, where they meet. That's where it came from.
That's right out here, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right down the street. And you can still see the pad where the...
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, see?
I learned something today.
Isn't that great?
Patti, thank you for that. That's amazing. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. So, and the schoolhouse came from Beeson?
The schoolhouse, Beeson, Chestnut area.
Yeah. And now, when did they actually come to Weldon Springs?
1988 is when the schoolhouse came, and 1998 is when the Texas Township Hall came.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Yeah. Now, what's in the Township Hall building?
That's the Nature Center.
That's the Nature Center. That's right.
Where we'll have our. I always want to call it diatomaceous forest.
Yeah.
Deciduous forest. Yeah.
Sure. That's cool. Well, that's really neat. Very good. So a lot of folks coming out and seeing these things in the springtime, and hopefully more of it in the summer as well. Now, if you don't mind, Patti, remind us when these buildings are available for people to walk through and see everything. When can they access these?
Well, I am there every Wednesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you can come throughout those times. And then also, if I have a program, then I'll ask that you come back later.
Sure.
But if you want to have a program, if you want a field trip, if you want me to go to you, email me. And I can do that. So Wednesday through Sunday are my hours, but I'm a little bit flexible with my supervisor, and I can do a Monday or a Tuesday as well.
Gotcha. Very good. Again, that's Patti Kinder with the Weldon Springs Foundation in studio with us today with Edith Brady-Lunny as we talk spring and summer at the Weldon Springs State Park. And that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of what's going on. I know there's lots of things on the calendar. Who wants to kick us off with what's coming up in the month of June?
Well, on June the 13th, we'll be celebrating Flag Day, and that is sponsored by our DeWitt Clinton DAR chapter, of which I'm the regent. And so we will be at Veterans Point for a little ceremony there to honor Flag Day. We'll have the color guard from our local veterans groups. We'll also be honoring that day Sarah and Keith Volker for their flag display at their home at 1011 East Main Street. And we're going to give a community service award to Gene and Pat Rogers for their longtime volunteer work with the WHOW Heroes group.
Yeah.
Veteran support group.
Sure. When is Flag Day this year? That's on Sunday. I see that now.
It's on June 14th every year.
Okay.
But it'll be in conjunction with our DAR meeting on the 13th. So we'll have our ceremony. Then we go over to the Chautauqua picnic shelter. We have a picnic lunch. We invite our award recipients and the veterans to come with their families.
All right.
So that will be on the 13th at 10 a.m. and everybody is welcome to come.
And I tell you what, that Veterans Memorial not only is top notch, continues to be top notch. It's been maintained, beautifully. I don't even remember when that was put in, Edith.
That was actually done more than 20 years ago.
I thought
now.
so. Yeah. I was thinking like early 2000s, maybe. So
right. So, and it's a perfect place to have it. They have the 50 flags up on that day. It's one of the special holidays where those flags are flying. And it was Dave Herzog, of course, his project at the park. And you're right, it's been beautifully maintained. And I feel personally like we need to use it.
Sure.
We need to have more events at that
I agree.
site.
Yeah, for sure. You do Veterans Day stuff there, do you not? Am I remembering that right?
We have not.
Okay.
November's can be a little dicey.
It can be, sure.
Weather-wise, but it's one of those days when the flags are flying. And people do go there a lot and visit it because we have the walk there, of course, with all the veterans markers that people, can go and visit. So I think it's underutilized in terms of events and things. And the DAR would like to help switch that up a little bit and have more things there.
Gotcha. Well, of course, Flag Day comes up. You said that's June 13th, your celebration there.
Right.
As we come up on a break here, ladies, anything on the Flag Day I didn't touch on, Edith, that you want to put out there?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right.
And like I said, we're going to honor some people, special people there on that day too.
Got it. Very good.
Yeah.
How do folks learn more about that event? The others we're going to talk about, maybe Patty, how do they learn about the Weldon Springs, the schoolhouse, the city hall? How do they learn about those things?
We have a Facebook page, Weldon Springs State Park Foundation. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a website as well. It's still new. We're still learning it. Terry Houston does a great job. That is WSFIL.org. And then you can also email me at Weldon Springs Foundation @yahoo.com.
Very good. Very good. On that note, ladies, let's break. Come back with some more. Edith Brady-Lunny, Patti Kinder with the Weldon Springs Foundation. Our guests in studio. More to come with them on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Here's Hart Media Group owner Matt Hart talking about the Hart Media Group's continued commitment to local news, sports, and agriculture.
And at the end of the day, we're going to cover your local news. We're going to be dedicated to agriculture. Ag is such a huge part of our industry. We're obviously, if you're tuning in the radio, you know that. You're going to see that in our news, but then you're also going to see that local sports coverage as well as the local news coverage as well.
Find WHOW 1520 on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok.
Hey, it's Shane from Highway 51 Exchange, your mower and equipment service pros just south of Clinton. Click our banner ad on DeWittDailyNews.com or give us a call to schedule your free pickup and delivery today. Highway 51 Exchange.
Longview Community Bank is now open in Clinton, investing in rural Illinois. I'm Vice President Nate Sams. Stop by for a visit or to find out how we provide real local banking. Click our banner ad at the top of the local news page on DeWittDailyNews.com.
AgriTalk is the radio talk show for American agriculture. Hi, everybody. I'm Chip Flory, your host. We join you weekday mornings from 10 until 11 on WHOW, on AM and FM, and on the WHOW streams. We provide farmers and ranchers with timely insights and information aimed at improving their operations. Join me, Chip Flory, weekdays at 10:06 on Central Illinois Ag Station, WHOW.
DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air and online 24 hours a day. The latest local news stories are heard every hour on Central Illinois' news station, the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online 24 hours a day.
Your friend in Central Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. In studio with us today, Edith Brady-Lunny and Patti Kinder with the Weldon Springs Foundation. I know, Patti, Saturday is going to be a beehive of activity at Weldon Springs. What's going on?
Well, we have the Tour DeWitt bike ride going to be, they register at the concession stand. They're going to be there from registration starts at 6:30 to 8, I think it is. If you haven't already registered, you can still come and register. I think it's a $35 registration fee. But it does have some sponsors that I'd like to mention.
Sure.
Constellation, Baum Chevrolet Buick, Kim O'Donnell from Edward Jones Financial Advisor, and the Clinton Family Dental. They all help out with that. And it's not our event. Mark Hobby puts it on, and he takes care of everything. He does an excellent job.
He really does.
But he has it registration there, and this year the money is being donated to the Weldon Springs Foundation.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a great deal for you guys.
Yes,
for sure. And when contributions come in like that for the foundation, and Edith or Patti, you guys can take this, either one. Where does that money go? What do you guys utilize donations for?
Well, we have lots of places we can use the money for. We always want to support our programming at the park. And, I also say you're only limited in any organization by the money you have available for you and the volunteers. And so we can always use money to support programming at the park.
Yeah, for sure. Programming like what we're going to be talking about as well. Geocaching. Patti, tell me about this.
Geocaching. This is not really familiar with geocaching. I know a lot of people are, but Weldon Springs Foundation has a member, Sarah Tremmel. She decided to start this geocaching in the park. There are other geocaching things there, but what Sarah's doing is she's making this program on June 14th. You can come out, and that's the launch date for this. There's about 16 little containers. She has different items in there, whether they're a small squirrel, or history written down. And she's giving you like challenges, very family friendly challenges, like go into the forest and look for an acorn, bury it and come back next week and see if it's still there, which is great. That's a part of a squirrel geocaching that she has. So the launch date is the 14th of June from 8 to 12. Excuse me. She'll be in the park. She'll be available to help out people. She's going to kind of set up across the street from the schoolhouse.
Cool.
And the people can look for these geocachings.
Very good. The date on that was when?
June 14th.
June 14th. Yes. So put that on the calendar for that. That's really cool. Yeah. And you can do that anytime, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah. Yep. Not just June 14th.
Exactly. Right now you can go out there, and as long as you have the geocaching app, you can find those that she's put out, and other people have put some out.
Sure. Very good. Very good. So June 14th, geocaching. But again, as Patti mentioned, something you can do all through the course of the year at Weldon Springs State Park. That's really neat. So be a part of that. And I tell you what, along the lines of that, Patti, I know is it the 20th or 21st? You guys have your 20th. Yeah. Your fishing derby, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us about this.
Yep. Fishing derby has been happening for years. I know I mentioned last year before, my husband, when he was a child, went to the fishing derby.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's family.
Yeah.
We will be having that June 20th. Registration is at 8:30. It is free. When you come, you register your child, and then at 9 o'clock, they start fishing from 9 to 11. They'll fish. There's 3 different age categories that the kids will end up getting trophies. A prize goes to every child, but the kids who get the trophies, there's first through third place in each category for the most fish. And we'll have fishing poles for first place winners.
Nice.
A lot of different items to pick up off the table.
Cool.
Fishing type items that the kids will get.
So what is it? Number of fish? Is it weight of fish, or how do you
number of fish?
Number of fish. All right.
Charlie and I have gone back and forth about this. I always forget, but I've written it down now, so it's in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. So that comes up on June the 20th. Of course, that's Father's Day weekend. I know, kind of an added layer to that is to get out and fish with Dad and those sorts of things. So that's really cool.
It's
Very good.
also statewide free fishing. So mom
That's
and dad
right.
do not need a fishing license.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for mentioning that.
And,
Sure.
definitely come out. We'll have free cookies and water for the kids and just have a great time.
Very good. Very good. So again, the when and where on that one, Patty, if you don't
That
mind.
will be at the boat dock, and it is June 20th at 8:30 registration. If you get there a little late, you can still register though.
Very good. All right. So put that on the calendar. Speaking of the calendar, did I miss anything you guys want to put out there for us here this morning?
We've got all the activities that are happening now. I will be planning some for later on in the summer. So
For July. Yeah.
July,
Sure.
August.
Well, let's have you back and talk about those. Very nice. Wonderful, ladies. Well, if you don't mind, Patty, I know we mentioned the outpouring of support for the schoolhouse and the city hall and those things, the visitors there this year. Still opportunity for groups to come out and check it out. Maybe your camp wants to come out, or just a small group that you've got wants to come out and see it. How do they book that, or how do they get a hold of you for those things?
Definitely reach out to me. The best way to do that is the email Weldon Springs Foundation at yahoo.com. And I welcome. I have a group from Champaign that comes out. There's about 50 kids. They come out with another person, fishing guy, and we go through everything. We have a lot of fun. If you reach out to me and let me know that you want to have a program at your camp or your church, whatever, I can put something together that meets your needs.
Very nice. Awesome. Very good. Edith, from you, did I miss anything you want to put out there
The only
today?
thing I will add is if it rains, which we don't really allow on our event days, but if it would happen, we will be at the schoolhouse for the Flag Day ceremony
Okay.
and our picnic. So
Yeah, is the fishing derby rain or shine?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's thunder, lightning, we don't want to.
Well, sure. Yeah, sure.
But yeah.
Very good.
One year it had to be canceled, but
Okay. Yeah, sure. Quickly, ladies, one more time. How do folks learn more about all things Weldon Springs Foundation?
go to the Facebook page, Weldon Springs State Park Foundation.
Mhm.
Our website is WSFIL.org.
Very good. Ladies, thanks for coming out. Edith
Yep.
Brady-Lunny, Patti Kinder with Weldon Springs Foundation. Our guest, Network News on the way.
WHOW.